Hello there, people. My name is Sho, and welcome to an episode of Game Things. This week, we have the Xbox Partner Preview Showcase on the upcoming games that are coming to the Xbox platform. So, to save you 30 minutes of watch time, let us run it down. Alan Wake's 2 DLC, the Lake House DLC, is coming this October on 22nd for the Xbox and PC via Epic Game Store, and this DLC is only made available for the Deluxe Edition, in which an upgrade purchase is also available for purchase if you already own the base game. Then, we have a new trailer for the upcoming Chronos The Dawn, a game coming from the same developer as Silent Hill 2. I really like the atmosphere that the game is giving out from the trailer, but as for now, this trailer is all that we have, and I'm looking forward to the release of the game in year 2025. There's also a tease at the upcoming online first-person shooter that can matches up to 8 players. It is called Blind Fire, marketed as a unique game that removes light from the equation. Essentially, you are shooting in darkness and you will be reliant on sound cue as well as the sparks from the tiniest source of light or any gunshots that are fired to locate and take down your opponents. A unique way of playing FPS for sure, but I feel like this game is not for those who gets nausea easily when playing video games. If you're keen to try out, the game is already made available now on Xbox and Steam, with the launch on PlayStation at their later date. There's also a new trailer for the upcoming Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii that showcase the customization of boats and some ship versus ship combat action. The spotlight from the trailer has to be the renewed release date, in which the game will now be releasing 1 week earlier from its original date, and it will now be launching on February 21st, 2025. Most importantly, they said this in the release date update video on Sega's channel, and I quote, "We want you to be able to play the game that comes after it with a peace of mind," and I end quote. And guess what is coming in a week after Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii? That's right, Monster Hunter Wilds releasing on February 28th, 2025, a game from Capcom. Now, moving a little quicker here, just to touch on the games that were in the showcase. Mouse PI for Hire, very Cuphead like with old TV shows vibe, coming to Xbox Series X and Series S and PC in 2025. Subnautica 2 is available for wishlist now on Xbox and Steam, and the early access for game is also expected to be released in 2025. Animal Well is a Metroidvania puzzle exploration game with pixel graphics, released in May 2024 on Steam, but it is now finally available on Xbox. This game seems to have a good depth in it, and if you're a fan of a genre, this seems to be a game that you would not want to miss out on. A Netflix anime is getting its own game. Addons Zero came from a manga made by Hiro Mashima, also known as the author of Fairy Tail. The game is developed by Konami, and the players can expect the game to be released in 2025 on Xbox Series and PC. Eternal Strands looks to be a combat focus with magical abilities, also coming in 2025. Mistfall Hunter, a third person PvPvE action RPG that blends Souls-like and extraction game into one, which does looks promising, with various classes to choose from, all with their combos and skills to be mastered, and it seemed like this game will have the choice of clearing it solo or with teammates. Pretty neat in my opinion. Mistfall Hunter is also expecting to release sometime in 2025. If you're looking for a casual racing game, Will War is a game where you'll be playing as Cat with a K, racing elite teams. Fun fact, this game was previously named Ghostbike and just got a name change to Will War this week as well, with the game expected to release in 2025. The Legend of Babu is a game where young Safar is accompanied by her lovely dog Babu, setting off an adventure to save their family from the mystical forces of ancient evils. Not many games where you actually have a dog companion that is a significant part of a gameplay, which is why I think this might be one of the titles that is worth wishlisting. The Legend of Babu is coming in 2025 to Xbox Series and PC. There's also a new first-person three-player co-op shooter called FBC Firebreak from the developers at Remedy Entertainment, who previously made titles like Control, Your Quantum Break, Alan Wake, Max Payne, and Max Payne 2. FBC Firebreak is pretty much a PvE experience, always fun if you have friends to play with, and fun fact, it is mentioned that this is the first time that Remedy Studio is designing a multiplayer game. Looking at the games that were previously made by them, it is hard to not have some faith in this upcoming title of FBC Firebreak coming out in 2025. And the final piece that I kept for last throughout the showcase, Wuchang Fallen Feathers. My oh my, where do I even start? This 3 minutes of gameplay kept me captivated and mouth wide open, stunned and amazed at how Chinese developers are making grounds and pushing out some really nice games left and right. This is another Souls-like, but the character, the world, the combat, especially the spear machine gun, it was something else. The bosses, all of them is so unique and just looks fun to have people wanting to try the game out. Easily one of the games that you must try releasing in 2025. All in all, a pretty compressed and great showcase from Xbox partners. I really did enjoy watching it, and I hope you found a game that you're looking forward to, as I believe there will be one game that fits your taste for everyone that's watching here. With that said, let us move on to the weekly news. This is not something that I expected. It is a mobile game called Destiny Rising, made by NetEase and of course licensed by Bungie. To be honest, with how smartphones and gadgets with system on chips, aka SoCs, being so accessible and getting better in terms of performance every year, it is no doubt that companies will want to have a share of that market, and we are living in a time where games that we previously did not think could run on smartphones are currently now being published on mobile platforms, both the iOS and Android. The closed alpha test is now scheduled to run on November 1st, 2024, and the registration is now opened on the official website, and you can register your interest with the link provided down below. Moving on, with the original release of Red Dead Redemption back in 2010 on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, which then followed by a Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 release in August 2023, we are finally getting this game on PC this month on October 29th. This version should get a little touch up from the previous versions, and the Undead Nightmare expansion will also be included within the standard base game. Am I interested? Yes, because it is finally on PC, but am I going to play the full retail price of $50 US? Unlikely. I will probably just get it on sale, because the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 is already in my Steam library and I don't even recall buying it is even more unbelievable. So I guess I should just download the game and get it started. Ubisoft. It is almost like every week I will see a news about a company, albeit the negative ones, whether it is a class action lawsuit for allegedly sharing customer data with third-party company like Meta, or the potential acquisition of the company by Tencent, considering the fact that Ubisoft's share price have tanked substantially over the period of the last 5 years. Perhaps this might just be the exact reason why, for all future Ubisoft games that are releasing, they will also be released on Steam starting February 14, 2025, with the release of their upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows. They might have left Steam in 2019, but in the end, they could not leave Papa Gaben's embrace, because whether they like it or not, Steam is one of the, if not the largest gaming platform by active players count and users. And so, for Ubisoft to not put their games on Steam is like cutting off a good majority of players who would have otherwise be able to see the game and buy them. I'm glad that Ubisoft is finally returning to Steam, and I sure hope that there is no Ubisoft Connect bullcrap required when we launch any Ubisoft title on Steam. Since we're on the topic of Ubisoft, on the shorter note, Assassin's Creed Mirage is finally released on Steam, made available since October 18 with achievements as well. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, on the other hand, just got its Steam achievement added, only took them nearly 2 years later, since the game releases back in December 2022. And to end this week's news on a positive note, the sequel to Survivor sci-fi horror Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation 2 has just been confirmed by Creative Assembly, the development team behind the prequel, and the sequel is confirmed to be in early development. I've tried the game, heard praises about the game from my friends and from the community, but could not finish the game at that time. Maybe with the sequel that's coming, I will finally be able to find my motivation and jump back into action to finish this one of the highly appraised game back in 2014. Coming to the game releases of this week, we have A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead. This is a single-player horror survivor walking simulator experience that is now available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, and PC. And on the Nintendo side, the new party game for the Switch, Super Mario Party Jamboree, is now for sale since October 17. As for the free games for this week, on the Epic Games Store, Invincible Presence, Atom Eve looks to be a narrative adventure game surrounding a superhero, as well as another game called Cardboard Kings. Both are free and they can be yours to keep as long as you claim them by or before October 24th. And to those who have Prime Gaming, you have a total of 28 free games to be claimed throughout the month of October this year. Some of the notable ones include Doom Eternal, Bioshock Remastered, Killing Floor 2, The Plague Tale Innocence, and many, many more. We'll provide a link to the article from GameSpot, and you can check out all the titles that are made available on specific dates. And that marks the end of this week's episode of Game Things. Consider giving this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, subscribe and click on the bell so that you will receive notifications whenever we have a new upload here on YouTube.